For all the latest updates, subscribe to News 9.
Hello, you're watching News 9 Digital with me, Prajwal Prasad, and I will be speaking about one of the most important things that has also garnered a lot of controversy about conducting examinations and reopening of schools, because many state governments are considering to reopen schools, and in the state of Karnataka, there are two crucial examinations which will be held. On the other hand, there is also a lot of uproar by the parents as well as the students community over the reopening of education institutions. Now, what are they decided and how has India actually gone ahead and given its opinion for these schools to reopen as well as examinations to be conducted? Now, moving ahead, state governments have decided to conduct examinations for students in the month of June and July after the HRD minister also gave a green signal and stated that a blueprint is also now being discussed and it is being readied for the reopening of educational institutions. There is a lot of uproar by the parents and the students community, including the psychologists, who are stating that this could also put a lot of children under undue stress. 5,96,428 students of 2nd PUC will be writing their examinations for English on the 18th of June in Karnataka. And also over 8 lakh SLC students in over 2,400 centers will be writing their examinations between June 25th to July 4th. But here's the question now. How right is it to conduct examinations at this point of time? Because considerably looking at our neighboring states apart from Kerala, Karnataka is faring better in terms of the COVID-19 cases. But for the past 4 to 5 days, we have been seeing over 200 to 300 cases which are coming in. Now, on the other hand, what are the neighboring states of Karnataka doing here? Tamil Nadu and Telangana have decided to cancel exams and assess students based on the performance in their previous examinations. Parents in Delhi and Maharashtra are up in arms against their respective state governments over the reopening of schools as well. So this is how the majority of India stands at, and majority of the parents, even in Karnataka, are stating that it should always be lives over examinations and not the other way around. Now, also today, guidelines have been issued for SLC examinations too, where it is quite normal that face masks as well as gloves should be used by the invigilators, and face masks are a must for the students. Physical distancing of 2 meters or 6 feet should be maintained, and an additional 8,000 classrooms have been given to maintain social distancing. But only 8,000 classrooms for so many students, because we are speaking about 8.4 lakh students as well. And to arrange such infrastructure, it will be massive. Now, additional invigilators will also be deployed in the examination centers so that they make sure that students will not copy from each other or they will not come in contact with each other. Children with symptoms will not be allowed to write their examinations. So the question arises as to what about them? They will be given a chance to write their supplementary examinations, and there is nothing to worry about, claims the Karnataka Primary and Secondary Education Minister, Mr. Suresh Kumar. Now, what will be the challenges to conduct these examinations? Because somewhere the state government of Karnataka is still in a dilemma, but then the Primary Education Minister clearly made it sure that no matter what, examinations will be conducted. But at what cost is one of the important things that the government should answer here. Because for the examinations to be conducted, there are many challenges. Additional examination centers to maintain social distancing is one of the major reasons. And schools in rural areas do not have the infrastructure to cope with the number of students who will be coming in. And there will also be a lot of challenge for the government and the education department to arrange additional workforce. From where will they bring in the additional workforce? That is definitely the need of the hour as well. And education department may also see low student turnout, which might also lead them to conducting supplementary examinations, which will all be a challenge in itself. The schools and educational institutions, should they be open during these troubled times? Now, challenges for students. So what will be the challenges for the students once the examinations will be conducted and once the schools will reopen? Students will take more time to adjust to the new routine. There are many questions over the effectiveness of online classes and whether rural India has the capacity, infrastructure, as well as the network to handle the load of these classes too, and it might also end up in disrupting classes. the students might also lose out on important lessons due to lack of continuity there, and there is absolutely no clarity over the syllabus, which has caused confusion for the students. The confusion is putting the students under a lot of emotional stress. So these are some of the things that even the government will have to consider. But what are the effects of reopening schools and conducting examinations on children, and what do the psychologists opine here?
My first suggestion to parents of children between ages 3 to 6 is that they can be avoided being sent to Montessori, preschools, play homes, etc. Children between the ages 7 to 10 understand a little more of information, so they can be shown both pictures and allowed to read material about COVID-19. The easiest group of children is above the age of 11 who can understand more about the virus. They can be told about its health hazards, and they can be educated about taking precautionary measures effectively.
Now, the other stakeholder, if the schools are being reopened and examinations are being conducted, is the challenges for the parents as well, because they too are an integral part of the system, because they will have to provide all the support that is needed by both the schools as well as their children. There has been a lot of confusion which has been created by the government, which is leading to panic among the parents. The parents are worried now for the lives of their kids too, because that is which matters most. The parents are also alleging that the schools are fleecing a lot of money in the name of fees already, and they are pressurizing the parents to pay up as soon as possible. Parents are not confident that online classes will be helpful for the kids. So these are some of the things that the parents are worried about, and also what will be the effect of reopening educational institutions on parents.
Parents mainly have a lot of anxiety about children's safety in this COVID-19 crisis once the school starts. Their concerns are valid and justified, because parents are unable to control children at school. Children per se are more susceptible to these kind of infections. So in this case, the anxiety is even more. Parents are worried about children following precautions and social distancing, and even worried more about the adjustment of children once this school starts.
Now, last but not the least, on one hand we have the students, on the other side we have the parents as well. But who matter the most along with the students is also the teachers too, because they are the ones who will be bringing in these, or who will actually be bringing in those implemented rules into actual effect, which is the need of the hour. So the workload for these teachers will increase, because every week it will be anywhere between 40 hours to 45 hours. But now there will be an increase in workload because of two shifts. One starts from 7 to 12 in the morning, and the other from 12:30 in the afternoon till 5 in the evening as well, which means to say that these teachers will have to work in two shifts. It will also decrease the effectiveness of teaching of these teachers as well, and there will also be additional pressure from the students and parents too as to what these teachers are doing, and will they be able to cope with it. Only time will have to go ahead and answer this. So what are the effects of reopening educational institutions on teachers, and how will they be affected mentally? That is something which needs to be asked, and what do the experts opine here?
The teachers are at a very unique position of dealing with many children at a time, where they have to maintain social distancing and always have to wear masks. It is difficult to imagine teachers wearing gloves and always because they have to touch their teaching equipment, such as the blackboard or the markers, or the textbooks or the books which they use, and etc. Teachers also have to deal with the unique challenge of handling these newer behavioral problems of children in classrooms.
The opinions are divided among communities, but it is the students who will ultimately suffer. So what will the governments go on and decide? Because both Tamil Nadu government as well as the Telangana government has clearly stated that it is lives over education and examinations. But will the Karnataka government follow the same path, or will they remain adamant and stick to their note stating that no matter what, we will conduct examinations? So what are your opinions about this particular topic? You can leave your comments in the comment section below, and if you have liked this video, you can share, comment as well as subscribe too. Thank you for watching.